Hi everyone, welcome back to Morrowind. Welcome to our Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era demonstration. This is going to be our last little video in the series. I know you'll probably want me to carry on playing, but there's so much for you to explore, and you'll be getting your games soon enough and playing this yourself. Now, it wouldn't be a normal series if there weren't a couple of corrections needed, so let me just do that. Just before I do, I'll talk a little bit about enemy movement. I've got the clash mat here, and this wolf's going to help me. The wolf wants to go for a single enemy, and he prioritises the weakest. So let's give our people some health. Let's say the Breton has 3, the Khajiit has 2. This is the weakest. This wolf can move up to 2 places. So that means he can move 1, 2 and target this one, or 1, 2 and target this one. Okay. Given multiple opposing units like this, he'll go for the weakest, which would be the Khajiit. Okay. What if this guy was 1 step further away? Well, you might say, well, it's still the weakest. It's still going to go for this one. No, it wants to go for the closest. Always the closest, irrespective of its priority. Okay, so 1, 2. Right, let's bring everyone a little bit closer. So it could get to this guy. It could get to this guy. 1, 2, or 1. Again, even though it likes the weakest, it wants its closest. Always closest first, just remember that. If these were both out of range, 1, 2, it can't get to them, it's got a range of 1. If both of these are out of range, it's going to move towards its closest opposing unit, even if it's untargetable. Okay, so let's say we're back here. Let's say this one's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 away. 2, 3, that's 5 away. It's going to try and move towards that one, even though it's untargetable. If they were both equidistant, then it would move towards its preferred. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to want to move towards that one. Okay, beautiful. So I think we had an example where we had a high elf bandit. High elf bandit has range 2, and again, it wants to go for the weakest. So although it could move 2 and put him in range, he wouldn't go for it because this guy's closest. It's always closest first. Okay, and it will stop as soon as it's got a targetable unit in range. Okay. That's really important. So not so much a correction, but more an explanation of concepts. Right, what about those corrections? So down here at the cuirass. First off, I said about only being able to wear 1 piece of armour. That's 1 piece of armour per body, okay, area of your body. So this is a chest piece, okay, it says chest here. So I could wear other armour that wasn't chest, right? So let me just find some for you. You can see there's lots of different types of items, potions and consumables. These are one-time use things. Let's find some more armour, shall we? I'll give this a shuffle up after. Here we go, look, there's some bracers that are hands. So I could have these, I could have both of these. They're both armour, but they're different body keywords. All right, there we go. There's another Dark Elf cuirass, so I couldn't have both of these. Make sense? All right, cool. The other thing is there's a little ability on here, the overtax. It says recover all drained combat skill dice. I recovered this one. This was in the cooldown. This isn't drained, this is exhausted. Okay, drained are the dice that you lose during battle. They're not on your player mat in any place. Okay, you just can't. It's very hard to recover drained dice, but it's kind of academic because at the end of battle, all your drained dice come back. All right, but yeah, look out for that. Drained is different to exhausted. Exhausted is in the cooldown track. Right, there we go. That's the corrections. Shall we crack on with day 3? All right, so, right, 4 experience, day 3. And let's move our party. If you remember, we're trying to get down to Assailant Mora. Okay. If you want to, you can put objective tokens on here. I'm going to do that. Let's put that on there. There's lots of different tokens you can use to track things in the game. So we're heading off down here, but we're going to get there right now because we can move 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Assailant Mora. It's time to trigger a town encounter. Assailant Mora. Assailant Mora is a small settlement. You can see there's no shop. Shop is closed. There's no inn. There's no guild kiosk. And there's no alchemy station. These things are all closed. There are none in this small settlement. There is a town square. We can take an action here to gain 2 tenacity. Dark Elf adventurers gain 3 instead. So we can pay homage. I like this. But I was kind of hoping to rest up and get some health back, but it might not matter because remember, at the end of this day, I'm going to rest anyway, and we all recover because we're playing Apprentice. We all recover 2 health, so I think we're good. However, there are some Bandari merchants at this little settlement. It says at the start of this encounter, each adventurer may draw 1 common loot item, and then each adventurer that does so must then discard 1 loot item. Okay, so we can trade stuff potentially. So let's each draw 1. Now, one thing you'll notice, unlike, say, Hoplomachus Victorum, where everything is about the battles, this game is very much more focused on the story and the building up of your characters. That's my biggest takeaway. So stuff like this feels really integral to the game, as opposed to Hoplomachus Victorum, where these things were really just segues to the next battle. They've kind of integrated the story element a lot more. I think that works well in this. I mean, what I love about Hoplomachus is the positional battle play. And I get that too from this game, but you've also got this added layer, this story that is a little bit deeper, perhaps, than Hoplo. Anyway, let's see what we get. Another glyph. Right, so we can switch the glyph of the forest effectively with the glyph of foulness. This lets us enchant the battlefield. All enemies that start their turn on this tile can only move 1 hex. That's quite useful for the archer to be able to slow your enemies down. But you know, I think I prefer this one. So I'm going to discard this one. And then what did our Breton draw? A rat skewer bow. Oh, well, this is good. This is good. For this engage, you may target adjacent enemies. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. But I'm going to have to give something up to take that. Do I want to discard my effusion of stamina? I mean, this is such a good potion. This is going to be so good for the Khajiit. I mean, I would have swapped these two, but this is the Breton. This is the Breton doing this. Oh, wow, what a choice. This is tough, because this is such a good combo as well. Oh, wow, this is tough. What would you do here? Maybe I'll get rid of the potion. Maybe I'll lose the potion. And we'll swap it for this bow. Oh, that was a tough trade. Okay. There is a trainer available here, and there is a quest board, and then we got the town square, which we may very well use. Right, let's see what skills are available. There's only 3, it says. So we can get some training from these Khajiit Bandari. 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice. Let's just have a look at some of those skills. So we've got speech, we've got restoring light, and then we've got the bow. And I think our Breton might take restoring light. This is another magic. Let's put it on the right level, level 1. I mean, this is a lovely healing prayer here. Heal each adventurer for 2 HP. This one says anytime you may exhaust this die to remove 1 status die and heal them for 1. That's also good. And then speech, we have intimidating presence, persuasive will, or authority. So some great level 1 speech skills. Intimidating presence. It's just, I mean, it says remove an adjacent non-quest enemy with HP equal to or less than the value from this battle die. So there's 1s and 2s on here. You get an enemy down to 1 or 2 HP, you just talk them off the battlefield. Persuasive Will does the same but grabs them as companions, but only for 1 round. At the end of the round they become enemies again. And then Authority is a great way to gain tenacity. Speech, fantastic. Right, so we're taking speech skill for Kaji, I think, and then Restoring Light for the Breton. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Right, where are we going to place this token? I think possibly, well, not against either of these. Maybe against stamina or health. I think, how likely am I to want to upgrade this? I think I'm going to put this against stamina. Right, I like that one. And then speech. This is tough. We're running out of slots a little bit, but I think we're going to put here. I could untrain that magic. That's the other thing. If I wanted to gain another slot, yeah. But let's put that there. All right, so that's 1 action each. The Breton is also going to go to town square and grab some tenacity. 2, nice. That much I like. And because that's their second town action, we have to add another item to the peace deck. And then Kaji also wants to take a second action. We're not going to take this. Let's chuck that back in the bag. We're going to go to the quest board, I think, and grab ourselves a quest. Yeah, we could take 2 tenacity, but I think a quest would be nice. Maybe a way to get more experience more quickly. Right, so we've drawn 2. We get to pick 1. We have Morrowind's Shadow. I'm looking for one that's going to give me the easiest experience point gain. Morrowind's Shadow. This one I like. It says if we're on a Dark Brotherhood quest, you can take pride in bringing down Morag Tong. And we gain 5 tenacity for that. And we gain XP even if a clash fails. Alright, I might take this one. I think just because it goes well with our current quest. This one's a battle objective. Eliminate the Argonian Marauder. Travel to the easternmost conflict landmark. We've just been there. Yeah, I'm going to go for Morrowind's Shadow. Okay, that one's discarded. We're keeping Morrowind's Shadow as a side quest. And then that was our second action, so we get to add another loot item to the peace deck, and we'll give that a shuffle now. Alright, so 2 town actions, and that's the end of the encounter. Now, I do believe we just go and refer back to our quest at this point, because our quest said, there we go, Dark Brotherhood. Okay, quest objective, travel to any town other than Necrom, which we've done. Complete a town encounter, which we've done. During the encounter, each adventurer must take at least 2 town actions. We've done. We've reached the end of the encounter. These ongoing effects, yet we added these items to the Peaceful Overland deck, and shuffled the deck. This effect is ignored in Necrom. Oh, hang on. Did I miss that? Did I actually do that in Necrom? I might have done. I think I might have done that when I was in Necrom. So I should have actually. Yeah, I've got too many. I've got too many loot items in this deck. Apologies. Right, third correction. Always read instructions properly. That'll do. I'll just stick these 2 at the back. Okay, so yeah, I should have ignored that in Necrom. Alright, when an item is drawn, yeah, just make sure I've got this right. Yep, we're all good. So we've travelled, we've now reached the end of an encounter, we've completed this quest objective. There's no reward here, but it says when completed, go to entry B13. Okay, So what's the next step in our adventure? Thal's protection. Your underworld contacts have garnered a few good leads, but you've learned nothing solid about Zirik's location. It seems the Morag Tong believe you're hot on his tail, however, as you've been catching glimpses of those you believe to be members of the Morrowind Assassin Syndicate. A shadow here, a whisper there. Yeah, we have. This is where we've been finding these loot items and sticking them in this peaceful deck. You believe they'll take their chances with you soon. Fortunately, you should be able to turn this to your advantage. After all, who better to know where the Morag Tong are hiding Zirik than the Morag Tong themselves? So the Morag Tong are a collective, and then there's a Morag Tong boss, perhaps. You'll just need to resort to some forceful interrogations, or at the very least a thorough search of a few dispatched pursuers. Alright, so we've got to loot the bodies of two, because there's two players, two Morag Tong assassins. I mean, it's recommended we do this by day 9. Alright, we're only on day 3, so we've got a little bit of freedom here. Once we do this, proceed to quest step C14, and I think that will be the final step before we reach the end of the session. And then we'll have 3 more days then to do the final part. Again, this is a recommendation, not a requirement. Well, we have this Morrowind shadow anyway. The Morag Tong assassin has been roaming the area with an unclear mission and a steadily increasing body count. You've been hired to stop his reign of terror. Okay. Right, so these are going to work. This is going to work in our favour anyway. Extra rewards for us for picking up this quest. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of freedom now to explore the map. Maybe go on a delve or two. Maybe disrupt a dig and stop this going up too high. I quite like the idea of heading down this way. And we've not had a peaceful encounter yet. But I mean, the other option is we head up this way to Vivek City. So there's a town closer. We could come across here. There's a peaceful encounter here. Then to Daven's Watch. Maybe we could head this way. We could get to this peaceful encounter. And actually from there we can get to this dig site. Have a delve here. Fight the Morag Tong at this site. And disrupt a dig at the same time. Maybe that's a plan. Or maybe we want to try and get some more tenacity. I mean, there's an unstable site. There's a few around here. Roll this die. Take our chances. One of the benefits of ending your turn on an unstable site like this is that you actually gain tenacity during the reward phase. So we do get rewarded for taking a little bit of a chance. And tenacity is going to be valuable, especially to the Breton, I feel, because they can get their companion, which we've not seen. But for 1 tenacity, we can deploy companion unit, Diving Cliff Racer. Here's the Diving Cliff Racer. And companions get to fight for us between adventurers and enemies taking their turns. He's got 3 health, rolls 2 combat dice, but also has dodge and rush. For 5 tenacity, we can get the Feral Guardian. This crazed bear. Nice. So yeah, I like the idea of these. And also, this is a way to upgrade from novice to master. Defeat a level 10 or 20 enemy or a quest unit with a Diving Cliff Racer or Feral Guardian. So if we can get rid of Morag Tong, if we can knock it down to like 1 health and then have this thing do the killing blow, that would be nice. And we can upgrade to a Master Warden. Pretty good. So it kind of feels like the adventure's just beginning and we've cut our teeth a little bit with an opening battle and plenty of options opening up now. We've got about 6 turns before we really need to take down that Morag Tong assassin. So a little bit of exploring, levelling up before we get there. It sounds like a great move. For now though, we do have to end this turn with a peaceful encounters. But if we're ignoring this, we're looking at the icon at the bottom, remember? for our province effect. And this time it's this icon, increase the dig track by 1. Okay, so maybe this is a good time to go and disrupt a dig. Push that back down again before it clocks up too far. That was a pretty good result. Okay, let's rest up. So Khajiit's at full health. I'm going to recover 2 from Breton, back up to 5. We can grab 2 dice back from the cooldown track. Let's get these combat dice. We are carrying a little bit of fatigue, but we can deal with that. The fun part now is planning our onward journey. We'll give this bow to the Khajiit, try and gain some experience, and see how the story unfolds. But for now, we've closed the book on another day. Well, thanks for joining me on this little demonstration of Chip Theory Games' latest, biggest adventure game, and it's a bit of a beauty. We've been really enjoying this, particularly 2-player, just being able to combo off each other, having lots of different people on the map. Things are going to scale up real quickly. You can see that these early battles with just level 1s are really there to gain you some experience and just sharpen your skills. And then we'll start to see some big enemies come out. Let's have a look at a couple of them before we wrap up. Let's grab 3 out of the bag here. We've got a couple of level 10s that we've drawn. A Dark Elf Sentry has 8 health, 3 attack. The Orc Wizard here, look, has 8 range and isn't arcane and feeble. Arcane means all damage it deals. It's only got 1 attack dice, but all damage it deals is true damage, right? So it can't be blocked. Enfeeble 3 says after it engages with us, then its target picks up 3 light fatigue. Here's a level 20 Flame Atronak. Has Maim and Native. This will apply a Maim status to a target. Native means that each province comes with its own specific skill. So for Morrowind, so regional skills are fumes. After this unit is engaged by an opposing unit, apply blind status to the opposing unit. So anything with native will suddenly get fumes. When in Morrowind, every region will bring its own regional skill. There we go, these are the flip sides to these. 3 defense on that as well. 3 defense here, 8 health, 3 attack. There we go. Right, I'm going to continue with my game, and I'm going to leave you to go and play some games yourself. Go on, stop watching YouTube. Alright, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and bye for now.